after I did a podcast, Melissa's family, her sister, I think, heard my podcast and called Melissa. Melissa was living in Seattle, Washington, in the United States, or the northwest corner of the United States, and um, was overweight, was having trouble walking, had tremors, and had dementia. And she wasn't too far um, down her dementia journey, but she was definitely very forgetful and having trouble. She was only a year older than you are. And so the sister convinced her to call us, and I told them about our program and how we worked with these outside consultants who um, have, are experts in dementia and how we can improve them. And so Melissa, her daughters actually lived very close to my home, one of my homes in Arizona. So she thought it'd be a good chance. The family thought it'd be good for her to see her daughters at the same time. So she came to our home. We gave her a whole lot of blood work, which we do with all the residents on this protocol. And we gave her a test, like a written test for dementia, and she scored a 15 on it. If you score anywhere from 0 to, I think it was 21, you have dementia pretty much. If you score from 22 to like 26, it means you've got mild cognitive decline. You've got the early stages of dementia. And if you score 27 to 30, you're like you and me. We're, normal people, no dementia. So she scored a 15. Um, she was very forgetful. You could see her hands shaking with the tremors. We did a lot of blood work. She had high blood sugar, as was expected. She had a bunch of other markers, hormones, things like that, that were out of balance. So based on her blood work, we put her on a bunch of supplements. We had to work with a doctor who was willing to prescribe the supplements because I can't give them without a doctor's prescription. And some of the doctors, especially like hormones, were like, I don't want to give them that. So we had to find a doctor who would. We had her exercising every day. We had our cooks making ketogenic meals for her, and we moved more towards the carnivore meals. Um, and we did red light therapy. We did hyperbaric oxygen therapy with her. She did, I think, 10 or 12 sessions of that. And the first indication was one of her daughters took her out for a 3 hour sort of mom daughter lunch date, just hanging out, go to the coffee shop. And at the end of that 3 hours, her daughter said to her, Mom, I've been with you 3 hours and you haven't forgot anything that we've talked about. And she was like, wow, you're right. And we just kept seeing improvement. We took her to the dentist's office. She had a whole lot of infections in her mouth, which are gingivitis, periodontitis, tooth decay. Those bacteria that are causing that tooth decay also migrate to your brain and cause problems up there. And it's sort of some of the reason you get those plaques that everyone talks about in your brain from Alzheimer's. It's those plaques are a defensive mechanism of your brain to stop the pathogens that are moving up there. So we had the dentist go through and clean out her whole mouth, clear up the infections in there. Um, and then gradually over 7 months or so, her memory improved. We did another test maybe 4 months in, and she was up to a 22, I believe, on the test. And then we gave her a test right before, at the end of the 7 months, and she was up to 28, like back to the normal range. Her tremors were gone. She'd lost 30 pounds. She came to us walking with a cane and walker. We filmed her throwing the cane away on our front porch as the day I took her to the airport, and she went back to Seattle and Washington. We stay in touch. She texted me last night, actually. She's flying down here to see her daughters about the middle of April. And she's totally embraced the ketogenic carnivore lifestyle. She just makes those kind of meals for herself, exercises every day. and she's coming to a cooking class with us. There's a wonderful lady named Maria Emmerich who gives us a lot of the recipes. She's a professional chef and helps people with ketogenic and carnivore meals. She's coming to Phoenix, and she's putting on a cooking class the weekend of April 13th and 14th. And Melissa, myself, my cooks are going to the class um, to learn, new techniques of what we can do to help people. So it's a tremendous success story. We couldn't be happier for her, and she actually may be moving down here permanently to be closer to her daughters and help volunteer at our homes or just spend time with us. And she made a lot of friends among the caregivers and the staff, my personal trainer, and so we'd love to have her back down here, but it'll be great to see her in 2 weeks.
It's such an amazing story. I think
It
that's
is. It's really.
fabulous. And if that doesn't inspire people, I don't know what will.
Yeah, I know.